okay over there? Alright, is your victim at the hospital? Someone shot there. Alright, the ET doesn't take pictures of the, is it domestic related?
Yes, it is.
She's calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's over at the safe haven. You're checking 12, we'll check that one out.
6 Rumble, 2 1 started to Charleston.
Officer still stands for time? No. Offender in custody? Anyone else close, might just zero something, let me know. 10-5, Winchester. Danny, the caller and the owner of the vehicle. Alright, thank you. 111, 117, 111.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let's throw that up there. Good afternoon. Let me switch this up. Get those circles in here. Love those circles. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. What's up, Stephen and Lori? Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you both very much. And thank you all in chat.
Thank you, CJ. We're actually at the park, and we just found out a little tidbit of information. The road where Micah was found leads all the way to 74. The guy at the park just told us.
Whoa, leads all the way to 74?
Uh-huh. He said it's not marked, though.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to... How's the connection out there?
That's interesting. Actually, I found out a lot of information just playing around. We went to the restroom, and we have Wi-Fi out here.
You have what?
At the restroom, there's a guest Wi-Fi.
A guest Wi-Fi? At the restroom?
Uh-huh. I'm on their Wi-Fi. Uh-huh. I'm on their Wi-Fi right now.
Whoa, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
So you would be under a different IP
I'm actually
address.
that's how yeah, that's how I'm talking to you right now, actually, on the Wi-Fi. Because we only have, Stephen only has one bar on service out here.
Oh my gosh, that opens up, think about it. You're able to connect to a different IP address at the park.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, I didn't even know that.
And there's actually two different... I was just playing around with it because I was like, wait a minute, we're about to get on this call with CJ, and we wanted to do some more walking. I was like, I wonder if they have Wi-Fi out here. So I just clicked on my Wi-Fi thing, and it popped up park, like Wi-Fi, and it said guest. And then there was I walked closer to over where Steven's truck is, and there was another Wi-Fi that popped up. So there's two different ones out here.
What's the Wi-Fi name? Is it like Lumber River? Or is it like a
no, it's on my phone and I can tell.
Or like Slim
And I
Jim
tried to send you those emails of the stuff I took, but it won't let me out here. So you might get them like 1,000 times when I leave.
Oh, you're fine.
It's NC Guest, like North Carolina, so NC Guest Wi-Fi.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's one of them. Let me see the other one.
So that's not like somebody at a campground having an unsecured Wi-Fi. That's Wi-Fi from...
Mm-hmm.
That's Wi-Fi from the actual park itself. What?
Mm-hmm.
Who knew about that?
There's NC Guest Wi-Fi, NC Guest Wi-Fi Indoor. So there's two different ones.
You know what that makes me think? I bet you... Because there is no connection out there. This is crazy.
No.
This is crazy, though. It should be secured, right? Because I could see them having Wi-Fi for the park rangers to be able to communicate, because it's really hard out there with the lack of connection.
Exactly.
But why is it not secured?
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous.
I don't know.
So anybody...
Yeah, but actually both of them. The NC Guest Indoor, the NC Wi-Fi Guest Indoor _Indoor, and the other one, both of them say unsecure.
Whoa. And cameras too, right? And cameras.
Exactly.
But their cameras don't work.
The water is extremely low today too.
Extremely low?
Yeah, we actually walked out to where Micah's memorial was placed. The water's that low.
Wow. Awesome. I'm glad.
And we
Yeah,
picked it
I'm
back up.
sorry.
I took photos and videos, so I'll send them to you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I
But yeah,
apologize. Go ahead.
quite
I'm sorry.
interesting about the Wi-Fi. No. It's quite interesting about the Wi-Fi, though. That
Yeah,
opens
that
up a whole
it
new.
is. It is because that, like, they could literally, whoever it was, could have went to that park and communicated, not even through, they could have literally just bought a burner phone and used the unsecured Wi-Fi to contact each other and throw the phones away after they were done.
Exactly. Well, it kind of makes me think when Loki was trying to argue with me about the signal out here on TikTok, and he was like, well, they could just use a satellite phone. I said, yeah, but you'd have to have signal. He was trying to tell me I was wrong. He was trying to tell me I was wrong.
I wonder, have you tested how far the Wi-Fi reaches?
We were actually going to walk back over to Steven's truck, and then he saw one of the park guys. So he was like, watch this. So he's like, I'm going to ask this guy. He was like, I'm going to tell him I'm Micah's cousin. I said, well, you have her complexion almost, so it's fine. So he's still talking to him over there. I'm going to walk down here to where the boat landing is, where Johnny was allegedly that day, and just see. Because I have almost full Wi-Fi.
Wow, almost full Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when he comes back, if you want to flip on the camera,
okay.
If to see how far it goes, who knows? I mean, shoot.
Oh, I'm on his phone. He's over there talking. I'm
Oh yeah.
I'm walking.
Like see
okay,
if
so it dropped about halfway, and I'm about halfway. I'm almost to the water down here at the boat ramp.
Okay. So
I still have connection down here.
So probably once you get to the steps as you start to walk down, sorry, sad. As you start to walk down the steps, I bet that's probably where it'll cut out for you then, huh? If you're getting
probably. Yeah.
The water at the boat ramp.
Yeah, I'm walking down to the, the other parking lot from the main one just to see. There's actually a few people out here today.
Is there?
Fishing and stuff.
Is the parking lot? How many cars do you think are in the parking lot?
Where we were, two couples, like having a picnic or something when we got here. See, so those two, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 8, not ours. But it's like family. They have like their dogs out here walking, and families, the kids are out there like sticking their feet in the water and stuff.
Yeah, just having some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's crazy. Unsecured Wi-Fi at a park is not unusual, for real. Man, that's dangerous. Having anything unsecured like that. That's an IP address, man.
Exactly. Well, 2 different ones because it's 2 different.
Why would they? I would think they would make you have a code for it or something, so some random predator couldn't just come to the park and use your freaking Wi-Fi. That's what I'm thinking. Like, at least give them a password or something.
Yeah, no, it just took me right to the Wi-Fi to connect. I didn't have to do anything.
Well, it doesn't even say anything. It's not like they promoted. Is there any sign? I didn't notice. Is there any signs?
I don't remember seeing a sign for anything.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah, Sally. There's nothing. What?
I was saying that there's no signs or anything up by the restrooms either about any Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I walked all the way down to the steps. Yeah, I just walked down all the way to the steps, CJ, and I still had a Wi-Fi signal, so I could be down in at the water. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow!
Not where Micah's memorial is, but the other parking lot. But it reaches that far down.
That's pretty far, actually. Mm-hmm. Especially with all the woods and stuff around there.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sally, last night I was still leaving JP's and we got word
Oh, yeah.
that they were at the pool, but by the time we were done at JP's, law enforcement had already left, so we decided to head back after that. But yeah, they were over there too. I mean, think about it, y'all. I mean, like we discuss all these things. We discuss the different possibilities and things and the weird stuff that takes place. That's why we explore all the theories, thoughts, and opinions. I mean, and look at it. Like it makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, with law enforcement, I don't know if you heard about it, but last night I had heard that law enforcement had went there, but they were already gone to where Chris Skinner lives. They were over there.
I saw. I didn't see it
Yeah,
last night. But I
yeah,
saw it this morning.
yeah. I would have went there if law enforcement was still there, but we already had about an 8-hour day already.
Oh yeah, I know. I was with you the
You
whole
know,
time.
yeah. It was a long, eventful day. Holy crap! Was it not surreal?
Yes, I was so
Uh,
happy. I was actually at work, and I was just like jumping up and down, so
were
excited.
you? Aw, that's so
Yes.
awesome. Yeah.
The guy told Stephen where that road is.
I know exactly where the road. They do go all the way to 74. It's a lot of different service roads.
So, how far is like? It's got to be quite a bit of ways of a road, then, right? Is
It's
it?
it's a lot of different dirt roads that connect together. They're a bunch that's unmarked. You got to know your way around.
Mm,
You
is
got
there
to know
like
your way
a?
around.
Is there like a map or something, or you just gotta
No,
basically set aside the whole?
he said these roads are all unmarked. I mean, it's like service access roads that rangers, game wardens, he
Oh,
said
Park
it's
people know.
yes, it's not stuff that you're gonna find like marked on a map as a road or a named highway or a road or nothing.
wow. Wow. So yeah, Lori was just telling us about the Wi-Fi, man.
Yeah, they got Wi-Fi out here, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they promoted it or even offered it. Did he say anything about that too?
No, I didn't even bring up the Wi-Fi. We just thought it was crazy that that 911 call, you don't hear no echoes. You hear echoes, but you don't hear no nature, no birds.
Oh yeah,
Could
yeah.
have been sitting right there.
Especially in the season where they're all getting ready to get going and stuff too. Right
Right
there in
now,
the early spring. You know.
right now we're sitting under that shelter where they had the fish fry at the other day when we came.
The fish fry.
And we're connected fine to we done walked all the way down to the boat landing and it ain't broke
So
at all.
what's is the path? So that boat ramp that we went to, um, is that is that path? Would that path be in a completely different direction, or
I don't know
maybe?
the little dude that I spoke to. His name is Austin. He works here at the park, and he'd like for Micah's family to know that he sends his condolences. He started out here when that happened, and he said he's never had nothing like that.
Oh
Never
wow!
experienced anything. He's young. He's a young kid, and he seems like a really good dude. He said he didn't have
Wow.
no problem whatsoever with people going back there to the
I'm gonna
memorial and
have for
he
real.
said the only reason they don't really want people going back there a lot is so easy to turn around and get lost, because he said those paths, if you don't know where you're going, he said
Yeah.
they all can connect to different places, and he said they do stretch to 74. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of getting off of this road, getting on another one. They're all unmarked. You're gonna be crossing secondary roads following it to 74. But he said it does go to 74.
Hmm.
The closest exit to the one that we're on right now would be that road where the Dollar General's at that Double J didn't go to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He said
Yeah.
none of them's marked or nothing like that. So I
And it
mean,
goes all the way up there?
Yeah.
Wow.
just different little. Well, you think about like out there at Sugarloaf, how all them little dirt roads. That's all this is. This state land and
Yeah.
hunting
Weird.
trails.
And they all just split, and I mean, just go everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. Man, that would be neat when we get together next time, if he'd be around too. That's
Almost
interesting.
definitely.
He just started when that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I think he said he's been here 5 or 6 months,
Wow.
7 months, something like that.
What's his name?
Austin.
Austin. Can you do me a favor, man? Can you shoot Austin my telephone number and see if he'd like to talk sometime?
No, most
Uh,
definitely, dude. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Still up there.
Yeah, he said he's
Yeah.
the only person working today. He pulled off into he was on the Gator, and he rode up, and I stopped him just to ask him about the roads and spoke
Wow.
to
So he's the only one there today. Just one
Mhm.
person
Yep.
on a Saturday. What?
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's maybe
Like 8 cars.
7, 8 cars down there. None up here in the parking lot where we park at. We've run into maybe 3 people, 4 people.
Wow. You think Saturday would be a day that you had a few working? I'm surprised. Maybe the budget's low. I don't know. You know how it is. There's a lot of corruption up there. They skim off the top.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I tell you something too, dude. Like the first time we come here was 1 month after Micah was found. The water was higher than it is today. That day we came, but it still won't high when we came. That I mean, it might have been shin deep that day we came the first time. There ain't no way in hell nobody took her back there in a boat.
Mm-mm.
No way.
No, and didn't get seen.
I mean, it's just physically. I don't think it'd be physically possible to get back there with all those damn stumps. Lori got video of it, and she was going to send it to your email so you could see what it looks like.
It's disgusting back there.
I don't see how in the hell anybody could have got back there in a boat. That water would have had to been up pretty damn good to get back there in a boat, and it wasn't, not at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's this one right here. Let me see. This is us out there. Shout out Narc Divers. This is me and Narc Divers out there exploring the boat path. And we'll get to the updates here in a minute. I just want to show you guys, like, this is going in. If you're going in, like, you're going right by the observation deck.
Yeah, that's what's
you know what I mean.
Depends
And
on-
then if you listen to if you listen to Johnny's story, there's multiple people that are in this path right here. I don't know how somebody, you know what I mean? Like, it's a hard area to navigate too. And this is when the water was a little higher.
Yeah, because that was, you and Trey went not long after, a couple weeks after the tropical storm or the hurricane had come through.
We went the first weekend of September is when we
Yep.
went.
And
Tropical storm. A little mild.
yep, that water
So-
was up. That water was up pretty good that when y'all went.
Yeah, and it was still hard to navigate inside of that area. I mean, you can see it right here. There's just, I don't know what are those trees things called, the stumps or whatever.
Them needs off a cypress tree. No roots sticking up.
Yeah, so it's for somebody not to see nothing going through there. Now, I'm curious about the one boat ramp that can go all the way down through here. That's what I'm really curious about, how long it would take, what you're going by, if it even is accessible, because during that same weekend, explored Lumber River even farther up north, and there was a few times where there was obstacles, like right here. There's a few times there were obstacles that you had to try and get around as you're going up not Lumber River, Lumber River. As you're going up through here, there's a few spots just in that 20-30 minutes that we went north, and that was just a little teeny bit compared to, the whole, what, as far as it goes, just to the highway, that boat ramp. I'm curious about that too, because like, come on, when we were there, these boats, they're not just trolling by, they're flying by. So if you do have somebody that's on the floorboard, you have something laying over,
We just heard gunshot up here.
and people are flying on the boat, you might not even think nothing. Gunshots? What kind of gunshots?
Somebody probably hunting, though. That sound like a rifle shot.
Yeah.
Might probably hunt.
Where are you guys at in the?
Oh, we're actually walking back over toward the truck where we park at. Wi-Fi still connected. I got to get in here and put the phone on charge.
Huh. I wonder how far did it take you where you guys were at?
Oh, well, we were sitting at the picnic shelter where they had the fish fry that day.
Yeah.
And I'm parked in the exact parking spot where Micah's car was found at. So that's what I'd say, maybe 60 yards.
I'm wondering if
my Wi-Fi hasn't wavered a bit, brother.
Really? How much time do you got?
And it's a public it's a public Wi-Fi. I ain't even got a password or nothing. I mean, it's got a weak security on it, but
yeah, I'm surprised they wouldn't make you have a password or something. Are you guys hanging around more, or are you taking off?
No, I just come to the truck to put my phone on charge so I don't lose you. We were just out and about exploring. We're gonna try to find Causey's Landing. We've seen some stuff on TikTok saying that that's possibly the landing that
Winslow
is on Winslow's land or connects to his land. So we're just gonna try to find it.
Well, you know what's crazy about Winslow is he didn't even know anything was going on. Did you see his statement?
No, he didn't know about yesterday. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I have the article. We'll go through it here, and I'll share I have all the articles with you. I'll share the links with you guys if you want them for yourself. But I'm just going to show a screenshot of it here real quick, just to bring it up. Yeah, this was a statement regarding the stuff from yesterday. Russell Long, one of Miller's attorneys, said he had no details about the search, adding that the FBI was, quote, fishing. There was no affidavit attached to the search warrant, therefore I have no idea what it's in relation to, Long said. After the FBI had completed its search, Long said he hoped this is the end of it, referring to any investigation into his client. I don't think it's the end of it. When the FBI shows up at your house with weapons drawn, and basically they're going in there to take whatever they want, sorry, I don't think it's the end of it. I think it's just the beginning of it. Especially when the FBI came out a week and a half after Micah passed away and said that they were investigating the financials of the church. But this is what's crazy, is it didn't have anything to do with the financials of the church. So this is not the end of it. This is the beginning of it, and it's going to be like a combo punch. They're going to they're investigating it Here, let me shout out JLR here real quick. They're investigating it when it has to do with the domestic violence. This has nothing. Yeah, it has nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the financials of the church. So if they think this is the end, I'm sorry. The FBI wasn't coming to just do a jab. It's coming to do a jab and then an uppercut right after that.
Absolutely.
Like, it's a combo, man. It ain't they, you know what I mean? Like, that was the biggest thing to take away from the raid that took place, is it had nothing to do with the financials. It had everything to do with the interstate domestic violence.
Exactly.
That is what's crazy. And so they never announced that. They announced the financial investigation, but they didn't announce this investigation. And it's it's because of the communities. Is what it is. When you have people like us and you two and people in the chat that are trying to do the right thing, go about it the right way for truth and justice for all these victims, families, and communities, we save them work. We really do. We even explore maybe ideas and thoughts that maybe they might not. And that's why when it comes to the community really does make tidal waves, because this is all a community thing. The fact that, yeah, they're their own investigation, they're their own agency. But just like any profession, if you had somebody helping you out do shit for your job, it would come in handy, right? It always comes in handy. It may not be, it can be just the fact of, just the energy that you're trying to help and the attention that energy gives to the awareness for things to be investigated. As little as that. And look at that sentence. For Beautiful. Life or any term, if death of the victim results. So that's what's crazy. What was crazy as well is when we went there yesterday, right after I got done leaving the church, JP was already back home. Now,
yeah, that was too.
I was shocked. I thought dude wouldn't have came back, but then again, he wanted to come back to see what they took.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, look at him. He can't stay away. He has to go snoop around his own house to see what they took.
I mean, and this is what was weird though, because we were there. You see all the times that they went to the truck to get bags and equipment and all this other stuff, but they didn't come out with what they brought bags in to get. So that's what was crazy to me, because even one of the people, and you can see it on the live or the HD footage, even one of the agents like took one of the paper bags out and like shook it, and you could see it was as big as a 25-gallon garbage bag.
Yeah, that thing was huge.
But they didn't take anything out that,
they
had. Yeah, they had some stuff, like this is another crazy thing is agents were walking by me with duffel bags of stuff that they didn't get from the truck. And I asked one of the agents, is that equipment? And he's like, well, kinda. You could say that. And I'm like, that's weird. What does that mean? What does that mean, right? What does that mean? What does that mean to you if an agent, you ask this agent if he's carrying then this duffel bag was stuffed. It was like a bunch of clothes were shoved in it and you were trying to pack for 3 weeks in a 1 week bag. it was like you look down and I'm asking him, is that equipment? And he was like, well, yeah, kinda. I guess you could call it that. What does that mean to you? I don't-
I kind of take that as I'm gonna say this is equipment because it's something that could benefit the case, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is because you don't need to know what it is.
That's how I took it. It's something you just don't need to know. And I'm like, all right. Alrighty. I had to ask though. I mean, he walked right by me.
Oh
and
yeah.
I had to ask, what is that? But yeah, that was a crazy thing was that and thank you all for your ticket numbers. Appreciate you. That was the crazy thing was that they brought in they came out to the truck multiple times to get bags and stuff like that, and they barely came out with like maybe 3 boxes, some paper document folders that were sealed and rubber banded up with a bunch of separate ones. And other than that, there was nothing. Like I expected with how many times they came back out to the truck and what they brought in, I expected them to be coming out with like a whole 1995 U-Haul truck full.
I
mean,
was thinking the same thing because I was like, wow, they just keep coming out. Did they bring his computer out? Wasn't it a Mac computer and a tower they took out too?
Yeah, they had one box that there was like a tower and it could have been multiple ones actually, because when I haven't even got to go through my own HD footage. I just uploaded it for you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, here's the link for the first one, and you can just continue from there. There's 16, but I remember there being like 3 or 4 packages that looked exactly like laptops would go in, and they were all stacked next to one another. 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. So I'm wondering if it was even like multiple laptops, which I wouldn't be surprised.
Gonna say, surprise me. I'd like to be a fly on the wall when they go through all that evidence.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out one day, because freedom of information.
Exactly.
We'll find out. We'll find out one day, and then who knows? Maybe there'll be a trial or something, and we get to cover the trial.
This is going to be big, man. This is going to be like the Murdaugh trial when it finally comes out. But it's going to be bigger than that.
I was going to say it's going to be bigger than that, I feel.
It's the same. Well, I always, from the very beginning, this is how it felt to me in my soul. Like the first week or 2 I was here, I was like, it feels like Murdaugh meets Valo Daybell meets some kind of cult, David Koresh or something, like all of it mixed together. And you're right, because Murdaugh was financial and criminal. And this is what you're looking at right here. That's the biggest shocker. Yeah, it was crazy, the FBI raid, but the biggest shocker to me out of yesterday was that it had to do with interstate domestic violence and not the financials. It was because we knew about, like, they haven't even said anything yet. They're still digging into the financials, but I wonder.
Has there been any word about that body?
Yeah, it's not connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not connected. We found that out last night. Was not connected, and it was not the reason why they searched it, but it is kind of crazy how that all took place on the same day. I'm wondering, when it came to the flash drive I was talking about a long time ago in the very beginning, like she had to have a flash drive that she gave to her best friend to give to somebody in case her passing came, because she even warned her family about who would have something to do with it and how it would take place, eerily enough. Um, and so I'm wondering if there was some stuff on there too that she included, because this is, I don't think the flash drive was necessarily meant for the FBI. You know how JP, when he was trying to get a divorce from Micah, he wanted a divorce. Basically, in South Carolina, you need like 4 things: criminal, cheating, financial, and abuse. Okay, you need those 4 things to have the divorce be kaput, done ASAP. Otherwise, in South Carolina, you need to wait for a year. I think Micah was trying to build that case against JP because he was trying to build that case against her, and she didn't want to lose when it came to the divorce because she wanted it done too, right? I'm thinking the stuff that was on the flash drive was the stuff that was going to make sure that she could win in a divorce. And I think when the FBI did come across that flash drive from the friend after Micah passed, I believe they took that information and split it. This is our department here. This is crazy enough, you guys. This has to deal with this. We'll send this to that department. And I think that's where a lot of this stuff came from. The crazy thing to me is when does the FBI do the interstate domestic violence? I haven't heard that much of it. Thank you, Tasha. I haven't heard of the FBI doing that much of interstate domestic violence, right? So what would make the feds raid?
Well, usually when you talking FBI, you're thinking murder, money, drugs. It's usually something big for them to be involved.
Yeah, but this
goes back to the allegations of trafficking. They
But that's trafficking,
Yeah.
It's interstate domestic violence that results in even the self-unaliving of somebody because the abuse pushed them to that limit. That's trafficking's completely separate. This is where I'm like, interstate domestic violence, I would expect like the state law enforcement to be, right?
Yeah, you think so with that. Or maybe because of that, the corruption of Robinson County, maybe that's why federal stepped in, because they knew state won't do nothing in the corruption with Myrtle Beach.
Right.
Maybe that's why they're in it.
Well, then that makes me question this, Steve. Are they investigating South Carolina law enforcement then? Because if they're stepping up, because if they, come on, anybody can look at the PDF file that was released and you could see that they did a, not even a half-ass job. They did a quarter-ass job. Let's be real. Yeah. Like they did a quarter-ass job investigating. And so if the FBI is stepping in saying, y'all South Carolina boys F this up, we got to make this right, which shout out to the FBI, period. Okay. Because if little brother ain't doing it, at least the big effing brother's doing it. Okay. But if they're going, hey, South Carolina boys, y'all F this up, well, then that would make me think that they're investigating the South Carolina law enforcement, and or North Carolina law enforcement as well, because it was a collaborative effort when it came to the investigation of Micah Miller's passing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the interstate domestic violence. Now, maybe I'm not on Twitter enough or something. I don't know. But I don't remember FBI really doing interstate domestic violence very often. I believe even Jennifer Coffindaffer even had made a tweet about it, saying, which usually it's financials and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe we didn't hear about this, right? We didn't hear about this investigation going on. And so maybe we're not hearing about another investigation that could be going on when it comes to the state officials that were involved in the investigation of Micah's passing. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like, how many times, if anybody can put it in chat, how many times have you heard FBI interstate domestic violence?
Never.
That pretty much tells me South Carolina law enforcement is getting investigated too. So if all of a sudden something comes out in a month, South Carolina, this person, that person, all of a sudden, I don't know. Let me see here. En route flight. Hold on a minute. What? Hold on a second. What is this? I have flight radar too. Let me see here. Hold on. Where did it go? I have flight radar too. Where did it go? Hold on one second. Here we go. Let me see. I'll look it up. I have flight radar N623SR. Flight schedule update a few minutes ago. Let me pull up flight radar here. Let's see. Flight radar. N623SR. Let me see. North Myrtle Beach landed at 1:41. That was today. So let me see. It was it was in what the heck? Flight time 22 minutes. This is what's weird is it was in North Myrtle Beach. And then since Halloween, it went to Florence. Then it was in North Myrtle Beach and Halloween. Now it was a 22-minute flight. But they didn't go anywhere. Oh my gosh, what'd they do? Have a secret meeting in the jet? So they thought that. I mean, do you think that the FBI didn't bug your jet too, bro? Like, come on, man. You're not like the president in Air Force One where you're not flying up in the air to stay protected and you're cut off, you're blocked from all sorts of threats. I'm sorry, dude. Like they had to have bugged your damn jet too. So what was the 22-minute flight to have some kind of secret meeting or something? Play. Let's see. What is it? Oh, so here it is. Is this full screen? All right, there we go. Can I get rid of this ad? All right, there we go. It did a loop. What? North Myrtle Beach? So it flew to the North Myrtle Beach Sports Complex? What?
That's weird.
Why would you? The Myrtle Beach Sports Complex is right by where Amber Burbilia's case took place. Literally, it was right here.
The Faro Parkway, right?
Yeah, Old Sanders Road. Yeah. Whoops. So, why would you? Whoa, what happened here? Hold on. Oh, I'm not logged in. Hold on a minute. I gotta log in. Okay. Let me search it again.
Here comes a guy in a kayak, CJ. Well, with a kayak on the back of his little truck.
All right, here's this. Oh, this is a better breakdown too. Okay, so here we'll hit play. Yeah, it just basically, oh, that's crazy. It went from like Main Street, Robert Edge Parkway is right here. Literally, you just go down Main Street, Robert Edge Parkway, and then you're right there. Why would you fly? Why would you fly? Well, that's true. That's true. Maybe it was a test for a potential buyer. That's weird. What's up, Sabrina? That's weird. Oh, I'm sure they bugged a lot of stuff. Come on, this is the FBI, man. That's what they do. That's what they do, because think of all the conversations they need to listen in on when it comes to, think about it. You come back after your house is raided, you're not going to call somebody, right? Or you're not going to invite somebody over, or you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, yo, what the, especially if you don't know why. But if you know why, then you're already trying to figure out like ways to communicate without it. Yeah, maybe it is. All right, let me see here. Let me look. All right, we'll get into some of this other stuff too. Let's see, fact checking.
CJ, didn't you say that it went to Florence too, or it was in Florence?
Yeah, here's the path it took here. Yeah. Oh, that was cut off.
When it was in Florence, is that around the same time I texted you and said I seen JP in the damn DeLorean in Florence?
Let me see. Let me go to the records here.
By the hospital.
Let me see. It was in Florence, August 23rd to October 30th.
Oh yes, yeah, that was the same time. Then
So,
that was just last week before when I texted you about
Yeah.
seeing JP in the DeLorean.
Hey, maybe what's up, Allie? Maybe he's maybe that was to go to a potential buyer. Maybe this one was to fly it around to, I don't know.
Could
I
be.
mean, if maybe he is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because this right here, when it came to JP filing for the name change of Solid Rock, assets were going to be transferred, and he's probably trying to sell whatever. October 17th, filed court documents with South Carolina Secretary of State for a new religious incorporation called Living Water Church at Market Common. We told you about that when it came out. The purpose of the nonprofit corporation is charitable, religious, educational, and literary. According to the filing, the business address is listed as J.P. Miller's personal residence in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he sold it. He is trying to sell his house too. if the new religious corporation is dissolved, right, which I'm going to file for something new, let it dissolve, come back, use Solid Rock in the future because I like the name. If the new religious corporation is dissolved, the paperwork states its assets would go to Delight Pentecostal Church, founded by the mother of J.P. Miller's mentor, Charles Randall. A lot of churches getting started from the Randalls, right?
Yes.
Let me see something here. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Andrews, South Carolina. So let's look that up. Let's see. Andrews. That's quite a bit of ways away. That's let me see. That's like smack dab in the middle of, it's right by Charleston, actually. A little bit before Charleston. So that's quite a bit of ways away. But this was the important part here. The assets would go to the Mr. Moneyman that shows up every Sunday morning to collect that payday before he scoots out of there. Bro, you gotta change them front brakes, man, especially on a Benz.
Exactly. It looks bad and sounds bad.
Like, seriously. Angela's comment. Thank you, Analytical. Let me see. Look up Robbie Howell conviction in June 2000 and thank you. Appreciate that. But that's 2011. Right? 2011. Wow. Like I'm saying, how often have you heard of hold on, I gotta bring it back up because I can't even remember what the exact, what is it, interstate domestic violence, like which results in somebody's passing. 2011. Like, how many people have heard of interstate domestic violence from FBI going after people for it? There's one right there. Thank you, Angela. Robbie Howell in 2011. I mean, it's crazy. We'll look it up here in a future show. All right, let me go through some of the other stuff here. So I'm going to share some photos with you. This one was a favorite of mine that I got, showing the license plate right there. Out time. But there's that mirror right there too that I was talking about. In the HD version, we actually got the reflection from the other side, so you can see that as well. Way more activity going on. Here's one of the things. That's a monitor. So they were taking a monitor right there, which sometimes the computers are built into the monitors. But here's all of the one side shows all the different things. Now we were on the other side. So they have all sorts of equipment, zip ties, different bags, boxes. Well, out of time. I mean, it's perfect now, right? What's up, Jill Y? 146. Shout out to her. We're going to be doing our show tonight on the body or the dash cam of Amber Burbilia. We're going to be having her on the show. Shout out, Jill. What's up, Brooke Dirks? I want to say thank you so much to the mods for yesterday. There was a lot of stuff going on. It was last minute. It was fast paced, on the fly. A lot of stuff going on. There was even some plastic figures out there that were trying to be funny. And I just want to say shout out to the mods. Appreciate you so much. The effort that we yeah, they are awesome. Like for real. It was a great team effort yesterday. And I want to say a special thank you to the community, because when I am out there on location, I'm just one person. Normally, a lot of these people out there that you see doing this profession have one or two or three or four people with them doing a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time. You just never see them in the background. Trust me, I do, because I'm around those people too. And it's just me out there. And so it is a lot to try and do all of this stuff also with the HD stuff, just to make sure that I can give you all 150 for the contributions and support that you give me. But an extra special thank you to the community, because when we are out there, your patience means everything. And I apologize if I'm not able to see everything that's typed. But I do appreciate you all so much. It really means everything. And I want to say a special shout out to Justin for all / clutch them pearls. Thank you for your support. And thanks to him as well for bringing the awareness when it comes to what took place yesterday. So a special shout out to him too. I just want to say the community, thank you so much for your patience, because without all of us putting in the 150, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing out there. And it really does mean everything to me. Let me see here. We're going to go through now. This is something else that was posted earlier too. This is from May 9th, 2024. Okay, Myrtle Beach. It's clarification regarding the passing of Micah Miller. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the law offices of Russell B. Long, on behalf of our client, Pastor John Paul Miller, issues this press release to clarify the circumstances surrounding the tragic passing of Micah Miller. Now, if you guys remember, we were at that court hearing, okay? That was the very beginning of May. We were already out here. We were at that court hearing too. Now, this is their statement from back then, and it's kind of interesting when we reread it with what took place yesterday. Okay. Following the untimely death of Micah Miller, unfounded rumors and false accusations began circulating on social media and in various media outlets, suggesting Pastor Miller's involvement in her demise. This created a buzz, causing local and national media outlets to begin proliferating these falsehoods on a mammoth proportion. I'm sorry, with what we've been doing out here the whole time, we've been breaking it down, trying to get to the truth, because it's really foggy out there with all the smoke screens that these people put up. Our client refutes any report that suggests he ever abused his wife. Recent reports claim that Pastor Miller groomed his wife from the age of 10 years old. Couldn't be farther from the truth. She moved to Myrtle Beach at the age of 15, was married to another man at the age of 18, and divorced at the age of 21. It has come to light that Micah Miller struggled with mental illness, specifically bipolar disorder, which, when not properly managed, led to paranoid episodes and self-destructive behavior. Again, Micah suffered from mental illness, and some reports made by her in the recent past are nonsensical. This unfortunate reality underscores the importance of destigmatizing mental health issues and ensuring those affected receive appropriate support and treatment. When we read this statement back then, that really bothered me, because it's like, remember all the stuff that we were hearing back then? We were hearing, over and over and over and over. Yeah, but this. And it's like, why are they trying to force feed this whole, she suffered from mental illness? It was like force fed like crazy. And just like in this statement, they just got done saying, and I remember saying this back when we read it, they just got done saying that she struggled with mental health, and then they doubled down on it right before they ended. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was my GPS. We're actually going to
Oh,
go. We're going to see if we can go to that other property. If we lose you, we'll call you back. Somebody else.
just click
Somebody
on
else.
that link.
Yeah. Austin, the guy that Stephen talked to, he's fishing. He's driving the gator around looking for fish. So he's not even at the ranger
What?
house right now. Scout
He's
house. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he literally had poles in the back of the gator. He was just fishing, just out
what?
here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
he was the only person here, and he was trying to find him a fishing hole, and he rode off on the gator. I was going to try to give him your number, but he's not over there. He's probably back
What?
down in the woods to find him a fishing hole.
Damn, that's a job, right? You show up for work and you go fishing.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's-
I've had a job like that before. It is fun.
oh yeah. Man, that's crazy, huh? And he's the only one. Again, what if somebody runs to the office and needs help? I don't
Exactly.
Yep.
Kind of crazy, right?
know. Right. Another thing that's crazy is when they were basically saying, and they even said this at all the different court hearings, they're like, look, it's already been investigated. It's done. He's already found not this and not that. It's speculation. It's rumors. It's this and that. If it was, then why is this even written? We wish to emphasize that after a thorough investigation by the Robeson County, North Carolina Sheriff's Office, it has been conclusively determined that Miss Miller's passing was a result of a self-inflicted wound. The finding completely exonerates Pastor Miller of any wrongdoing. These baseless claims and false reporting have caused immense distress and harm to Pastor Miller and his family and needs to stop immediately. If it was a thorough investigation, why is the FBI involved? So I thought this was kind of interesting when it comes to what took place yesterday. And I thought we would bring this up and show you guys. Let me see. What else do I got for you?
Oh, CJ, I just want to let you know we're down the road.
Oh. Hello? Hello? Oh, I think it's... I'm not sure what you're saying, buddy. It's cutting out pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we're out of the park and it still was connected to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's cutting out pretty bad. So if you're so there was a lot of questions as to where this vehicle was. Okay, that was from yesterday. Now, if you're on highway, what highway is that? Shoot, Highway 17, I think. But basically, Alzelia, which is the road that goes by Coldwater Circle, this is the highway right here. So if you guys, I'm going to show you guys a video as well that I took from back then where it shows this whole layout. This right here is where you turn in. Okay. And basically, I basically stood right where that cop car is and where that car is right there when I took my video. And so this is where it's at. It's right across the street. This is the plot of land where the mega church was supposed to be built. Let me see where I can find that. I'll play that video for you guys. Let's see. This is way back in like June, or no, it had to be May. Had to be May. Let's see, July. And I apologize. I don't have my normal setup, so I'm kind of trying to work on minimal equipment. Let me see. No, that's too far back. Where in the heck? Where did it go? Well, never mind. If I can't find it, I have it somewhere. I must not have uploaded it. Must not have uploaded it. All right. So I'm going to read these articles for you guys. Let me see something here. Could have swore it was in the beginning. 6-3. Yeah, it'll take me too long to find it. All right, so this is from yesterday. So this was JP when he got back. Yeah, sorry, I can't. Hold on one second. I'm working on like minimal stuff here. So I can't. They have that card at the place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. It was, I apologize. I have the foot. I don't even remember what date it was, and I didn't upload it. I could have swore I did. Yeah. Yeah, that's Slumber River. It's freaking hot today. Yeah, I can't find it. All right, hold on. So this was right outside. So after we got done at Solid Rock, it is hot. I'm like burning up in here. This was after we left the church and got back. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. And then after a short while, all the lights were on inside. After a short while, they ended up shutting off the porch lights and all that other stuff. I never seen him come out. Now they had told us that he was basically waiting. After we left, there was still 2 reporters there. After we left, There was still 2 reporters. After they left is basically when he pulled in. So he must have been sitting across the street or something, in that parking lot across the street, waiting to see who was leaving or whatever. Other than that, it was just us and then 2 local news stations that were getting ready to do a 6 o'clock spot. And then after that, they were leaving. Let me see. What else was I going to show you from the footage here? Now, this is... I did want to show this GoPro. This was when... this is when the protesters were getting interviewed by Court TV. And this is the GoPro version of it as well, so you guys can check it out.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you want me to hold it?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
So, if you want, I don't want to get in.
Apparently, man. Sneak peek, because it ain't out unless they put it out this afternoon. Sneak peek, and that's so cool that he got to have you guys do another video. That we love Vinny. Vinny, we love your pastel ties. We always have over here, Vinny, the pastel soldier over there.
Especially that, like,
Yeah, Betty, we're actually getting ready to head back because we're going back for Sebastian and Delphi before we come back over here. So after the protest, I'm going to be heading back towards Delphi and then Hendersonville for Sebastian. And then after that, we're coming back out here to Myrtle Beach because we still have we got a lot more work to do coming back on this next trip than the work that I did during this trip. A lot more. A lot more for Amber too. Awesome.
Regina Ward's doing an interview right now with WBTW13. He's got a good podcast on YouTube.
He said, I want to know who's filming my mom.
Here for me, I want to watch.
No.
Oh, nice. Court TV put it out right away. That's awesome. Normally they wait. That's awesome. I'll have to find it on Court TV. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
hello, Vinny.
The latest from Jackie. Updating you from...
He used to be a DJ. He did.
Vinny, where are you? You should be here.
DJ Vinny in the house. Shout out DJ
Breaking
Vinny.
news. Vinny Totaltown should be here.
Okay. So, get as tight as you can, ladies. Okay.
Is that good?
Okay. So first, San, spell your name for me.
Okay. Alexandra Quazzo, Alexandra. Last name Cuozzo.
Okay.
Jacqueline Maloney, Jacqueline Maloney, Maloney.
And you.
Melissa
Melissa Pfeiffer, Melissa Pfeiffer, Pfeifer.
Okay, so if you talk, just look at the
sorry.
look at me, not right at
Yeah,
the camera.
okay.
You don't have to face the mic.
Okay. Oh, so look at you?
Yep. Just look at me.
Okay.
Okay. So, ladies, what brings you out here?
Protest organizers.
Waiting for this day for 6 months.
Yeah, because what happened to Micah, the abuse that she endured, and abuse is not acceptable. They should have love, not abuse. There's so many women that are being abused and nothing is being done about it, especially here in Horry County and Myrtle Beach.
So, have you been following this from the beginning?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I started at like the second protest and been doing it for a while.
You guys live in the neighborhood?
Not in this neighborhood. We live in the area, but in different parts.
Okay. So, what do you know about the case?
We know that John Paul has been allegedly abusing Micah for a long time, and that abuse is not okay. And she was found dead at Lumber River State Park, and it's just weird, like where she was found, and a lot of people don't believe that she did this herself.
There was a lot of abuse that doesn't leave bruises, which is why we're also involved in getting Micah's Law passed, which would train South Carolina law enforcement officers to recognize domestic violence that doesn't leave any marks.
Verbal abuse, mental abuse, that is a big part of it. That shouldn't be allowed, like them abusing somebody that's, so vulnerable. Like Micah had a great heart from what we've been told, and the abuse that she allegedly endured is just incredible. It's just really sad.
It's hard to read.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you know about what happened here today?
We know that the FBI came and they raided, I guess, JP's house, and he wasn't here. And they took some stuff out of the house. I don't know what they're doing it for, if it has to do with the Micah passing away, or if it has to do with other stuff.
Okay. So you guys, you want justice for Mike?
Absolutely.
What does that look like?
JP.
It looks like JP being held accountable for everything he's ever done.
And he's done a lot to abuse Micah over the years. And he deserves to be behind bars for it.
Absolutely.
Now, this has been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
And I think that, he was cleared. So this is all kind of new then coming back to investigate. Are you guys surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. He said he was cleared. Robinson County said he was cleared. I think we knew deep down all along that the FBI was investigating.
We know that they take their time, and we just have to
gotta make sure everything is good to go, rock solid evidence.
There were people being investigated by the FBI, and that's what it is. It's been just a process, 6 months, waiting 6 months for something to be done. And hopefully justice will come faster and he'll be put in handcuffs and put in jail.
Sorry, every day I get a new
for everything that he did to me.
every day I have a new
Nobody deserves it.
So what you saw out here with the FBI, pretty impressive?
It's a small win. Yeah. It's a small win in the grand scheme of things, but it lets us know it's going in the right direction.
Yeah, it's a shock. It's a shocker. Like,
it was a shock.
Yeah, like,
huge shock.
Everybody
was texting each other, calling each other, like, just to be out here for support. And we've had our moments where we've cried and of happiness that they're actually doing something. That now we know that something is really being done about whatever happened or whatever reason that they're here for. It could be for other reasons. We're not sure exactly.
So you guys are on this case to the end, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you going to, if it goes to trial, are you guys going to attend the trial?
Yeah.
If it's open, for sure.
JP thinks he can run the town. He can get away with stuff.
He said it would blow over in 2 weeks. It's not blowing over.
Never.
And he still preaches at the church. He still preaches on Sundays at the church.
Haven't had a chance.
Is he still getting a good crowd?
No.
Not as many as he did have, but he still has supporters.
It went from like 700 people down to about 30, between 30 and 50.
Okay. All right. Thanks, girls. Sit there for just a second.
Can I say something?
No.
So I want you guys to say when I point at you, we love you, Vinny.
Okay.
We love you in South Carolina.
Vinny or Vinny?
Wait, what are we saying? We
Vinny.
love you.
Vinny Politan's our main.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love you, Vinny, from South Carolina.
Hang on. Yep.
Okay, from South Carolina.
Right, exactly. So I
No, we love you in South Carolina. How about that?
Wait, what?
we love you in South Carolina, Vinny.
We love you in South Carolina.
We love you in South Carolina, Vinny.
Okay, hang on a second.
Made him do it again.
One more time.
We love you in South Carolina, Vinny.
Great. He'll love that.
I said it. You said it.
All right, I'm going to show you this as well. This was the prayer that took place yesterday. Let me find the video for that too. Let me see. It was this one right here. Protesters are going to do a prayer real quick, so we're going to go over there and go show them some support, and then we'll be back here in a second.
No one shall be excluded. All right, y'all, we gotta make a big circle. Watch my cat. Julie, watch it. Get your hand.
Wait, how can I film this?
CJ's getting it.
What is it? Oh, CJ, anybody else want to join us for prayer? Right, got CJ. All right, guys, Rob.
So, can one of you just record it? Just hold it and record it. I could do it. It's not live, but it's just regular thing. Yeah.
Probably quick voice, please.
Sure. And then everyone else will just know. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for what's happening today, Lord. We ask you for justice for Micah. We ask you that no stone be left unturned. We ask you that everything that's been hidden in darkness will come to light. There would be justice for Micah and every other victim. In Jesus' mighty name, we thank you, Lord. Just strengthen your FBI and the police presence here and help them get everything.
No stone is left uncovered. Nothing is left hidden. Everything that's done in hidden will be brought to light. And thank you. Bless the FBI agents. Bless the officers.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna share this one because I was actually recording for Rob and Millie. Let me play this one. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me play this one instead. Because I just put my camera down and then I was recording for them. Let me see. I know I posted it right here. All right, here. Let me share this.
That no stone be left unturned. We ask you that everything that's been hidden in darkness will come to light. That there would be justice for Micah and every other victim. In Jesus' mighty name, we thank you, Lord. Just strengthen the FBI and the police presence here and help them get everything.
Thank you, Lord, that no stone is left uncovered. That nothing is left hidden. Everything that's done in hidden will be brought to light. And thank you. Bless the FBI agents. Bless the police officers. Open their eyes to anything hidden or uncovered yet. And thank you, Lord, for justice and the truth coming out in Jesus' mighty name.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for bringing us all together again to hopefully see justice for Micah and all the other victims of Solid Rock and John Paul. Lord, we pray that you remove the veil from everyone's eyes so that they can see what's going on. In Jesus' name.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord, that we can still in this country call out to your name for help. Be with the families. Be with all the victims. will comfort them.
Justice for Micah.
Justice for Micah.
Amen.
So here, go show them some love. If you're on Facebook, Rob and Millie Joy, go show them some love. They're on TikTok as well. Let me see. Rev.milliejoy over there on TikTok. Wanted to share that with you guys. Now, right here, FBI searches John Paul Miller's home. So we're going to get into this article here. Give me 1 second. And here's part 1 of 16. They're all labeled part 1, 2, 3, all the way up until 16. So you can watch all the HD versions in order. I had to split it up because we were doing updates as well. And when I'm doing updates, unfortunately, I have to stop the HD version. So that's why sometimes they come in different parts. But there is 16 of them with zooms and all that as well. I want to say contribution call out here real quick to 2 people. Contribution call out to Angelina. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Plenty of members only videos for you. Go ahead and dive in. We got more coming for you as well. And also Corey with an I with the $5 Venmo. Thank you so much for your contributions to the show. Appreciate it. All right, so here's the article from Fitz News. A lot of Fitz News is awesome. They do an amazing job. They're actually the ones that are doing a lot of the breaking information. And then other people just, like what we're doing, we're just, highlighting it and going through it. We just actually share where we're getting it from. So, not that we're a part of the investigation. There is the link for that. That is the article that we're going to be getting into right now. FBI searches John Paul Miller's home, search tied to ongoing investigation of embattled pastor. Listen to the article now. We'll go ahead and listen to it. It's about 4 minutes. Is it working?
Sponsor message, then we're back. Are you cooking your 7 bean dip again?
I know, I promise not to, but...
All right, I'll eat that special bean dip. Bean dip. Limited time offer. Bean dip.
FBI searches John Paul Miller's home. By Wolf Folks. Agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, are conducting a search at the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina home of beleaguered Pastor John Paul Miller, multiple federal law enforcement confirmed to this media outlet. Multiple black Suburbans with tinted windows accompanied by marked local law enforcement vehicles arrived at Miller's home on Friday morning, November 1, 2024. According to our sources, the vehicles rolled up at some point between 10 o'clock and 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time armed with warrants.
That's right. We were talking to the neighbor. We were actually talking to... oh, your camera's on. Let me know if your camera's on. If you want to shut it off, go ahead. We were actually talking to the neighbor that the agents had told him, like, sir, you need to go back in. He's like, I need my dog. Like, you guys heard it last night when I was talking to the neighbor. Shout out to him, and thanks to him for his comfort. Yeah, he was. They had rifles pointed. They were going up there, getting ready. Screaming. And he was basically telling the neighbor, like, you need to get back in. He's like, I need to get my dog. He's like, we suggest that you get. So yeah, they just rolled up and yeah, armed and everything.
Details of the search were not immediately available, although our sources have confirmed the search of Miller's home is tied to an ongoing criminal investigation of the embattled pastor. Feds bringing boxes inside the home of John Paul Miller as they continue their search of the residence. Miller is not inside, we are told.
Nope.
Hashtag John Paul Miller, hashtag Micah Miller pic.twitter.com/.5GTFFE0. FITS News, at Fitz News, November 1st, 2024. FBI spokesman Kevin Wheeler declined to comment on the search, except to say federal agents were engaged in court-authorized law enforcement activity.
Court-authorized.
Miller thrust himself into the national limelight 6 months ago when he bizarrely announced the suspected suicide of his wife, Myrtle Beach missionary and worship leader Micah Miller. News of Micah Miller's suspected suicide were first reported by this media outlet. From there, the story exploded into an international sensation, one fueling all manner of suspicion, with most of that suspicion revolving around John Paul Miller. To recap, Micah was found with a gunshot wound to the head a stone's throw from the Lumber River, a scenic blackwater river that flows into the Yadkin PD watershed, on Saturday, April 27, 2024. Micah traveled to this remote location from Myrtle Beach earlier that day, and her body was discovered by police in a swampy area approximately 40 meters away from where spent shell casings and her belongings were recovered. Federal agents arrive at the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina home of embattled pastor John Paul Miller on the afternoon of November 1, 2024. Provided, her death was officially ruled a suicide by investigators and medical examiners. On April 28, 2024, less than 12 hours after being notified of her death, Miller delivered a sermon at Solid Rock, which closed with a bizarre announcement of her passing, and instructions to his congregants not to discuss it as they left the church. Micah died less than 48 hours after serving her husband with divorce papers, and subsequent court filings detailed allegations of abuse and harassment against Miller from multiple individuals, including his first wife. The federal investigation into John Paul Miller has been the subject of significant speculation. Some believe it is tied to Micah Miller's death, others believe it is linked to the purportedly shady history of his church's finances and the religious empire of his father, Reginald Wayne Miller.
It just told you why they were investigating him. Now, this is according to Micah's mother. That's where the information came from. Micah's mother was offering the information, letting people know this was what it was for. This is where she was found, a stone's throw. That's a weird thing that they say, a stone's throw. This is when we were out there back in the beginning of September showing you the spot.
So this is the spot. So right around here is where the items were found. And then more up this trail over here. So there's multiple trails that are coming back here. And then further on down here,
Susie's only in trouble if she had something to do with it. Susie's only in trouble if she had something to do with it. Other than that, you're damn straight. They just raided his house. You don't think they're going to be bringing Trisha? You don't think they're going to be bringing Susie? You don't think they're going to be bringing Randall? You don't think they're going to be bringing all those people in? Oh, you know they are. You know they are. As soon as they started, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't bring them in already. Remember the secret meetings that were taking place like a couple months ago, where all of a sudden, out of the blue, they're showing up at Solid Rock, keeping it hush hush, 4 to 5 people? Yeah, that's when I said, I bet you somebody's getting questioned, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was Trisha. Remember when Trisha was like, "Oh, my family, they don't want me anymore. I'm gonna unalive myself." Remember that? You know what I said back then when it took place? You're talking end of June, beginning of July. You know what I said? I said, "I bet you they were asking her questions and she's getting nervous as shit." I wouldn't be surprised if they got questioned already. But after this and they raid the house, damn straight, they're going to be questioning a whole bunch of people. Now, whether Susie had something to do with it, who knows, right? Is it shady? Yeah, it's shady. Is it weird? Every single day of the week it's weird. Could she not have known what took place because somebody else wanted to get rid of the obstacle and didn't want her to have it didn't even want her to know about it? Because then what if that you know, to who knows? Now, was she cheating on her husband? Yeah, she was cheating on her husband with JP, of course. From the reports that I've been hearing from the community, they didn't hide it. JP and Susie didn't hide it from Chris. Okay? That's just what I'm hearing. But it could have easily been a thing where she just did, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" Maybe low key she was like, maybe low key, but maybe she didn't have anything to do with it. Maybe who knows? You know? So she could be in trouble. She might be a victim. Think about this too. It's something that I've brought up for a long time. Not that I'm somebody that's here to stick up for anybody that's part of anything like that kind of shit, but I'm going to tell you right now. When you look at the position that Micah was in, how did Micah's position start when it comes to dealing with particular individual, right? So who's to say, and I've said this from the beginning, this is why when it comes to Susie, we got to wait and see because she could be another victim. She could be another victim. Think about it. It's not something that all of a sudden Micah went from everything was peaches until all of a sudden, boom, all of this crazy shit's happening. No, it had to go in stages, right? So say Susie is at stage 10 of what Micah went through of 50 stages. Okay. Maybe Susie's at stage 10. You got to think there had to be a point where that she could be scared, hide and seek. You're exactly right. She could be freaking scared. She could be another victim. It just didn't get to that point yet like it did with Micah. You see what I'm saying? Like there was more time with that Micah had all these things done to her, right? Susie could be like I said, it could be like a quarter, but leading up to what could have been. So you never know. Like we could have been talking, if none of this stuff had taken place, because I really feel like all this stuff is just the dominoes are about to fall all over the place. Okay. But with Susie, you just don't know. You just don't know. Could she have had something damn straight? Because I mean, hello, who do law enforcement go to after a suspicious death of a spouse? They go to the spouse. Like, yeah, it's common shit. It's not the first time it ever happened. But at the same time, when it comes to what Micah was going through, Susie could easily be in that same position of what Micah was going through. And can you imagine? You got all this crazy stuff happening before, when it comes to Micah, and then JP gets raided. I bet you Susie's freaking out, wouldn't you? But she could be a victim. We don't know. And so, as much as people want to, slam down on Susie too, listen, if she is a POS that did certain things, of course. But we have to look at who Susie's dealing with. We have to look at what other individuals dealt with this person. And we have to also say, man, maybe she could be another victim. There wasn't enough time for it to get to where the level it got with Micah. I wish I could have some of your chili too. But I don't know why they ended the article saying that they're not sure if it has to do with criminal or financial. I mean, it basically showed you guys it's a criminal. Interstate domestic violence, that's criminal. Let me see. We got a whole bunch of articles here. Let me see what else I want to make sure we cover here. And thank you all for being here. We got a show tonight. We've been working on the Amber Berbilia case. We're going to be having Jill as a special guest this evening. We're going to be going over the dash cam again of the crime scene where Amber was at. And she did a lot of great work with the transcripting and stuff like that. So shout out to her. She's been doing an amazing job. We're going to have that for you for a show this evening, coming up at 7:30 Eastern for you tonight as we dig in more into that. And we got a lot more work coming up here after these trips. We're going to be leaving tomorrow, heading back to Delphi and then Hendersonville, Tennessee. Delphi, Indiana first, Hendersonville, Tennessee after that. And then after that, we will be back. There's so many articles. Let me, I wanted to share this video from Fitz News. Hopefully this is the one. Yes. Okay. Let me share this with you guys real quick. This is Fitz News talking about what took place yesterday.
Agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation are conducting a search at the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina home of Pastor John Paul Miller. Multiple black Suburbans with tinted windows, accompanied by marked local law enforcement vehicles, arrived at Miller's home on Friday morning between 10 and 10:30 a.m. The primary investigation is into events that happened before Micah died, a source familiar with the search stated, citing inquiries into allegations of, quote, interstate domestic violence, end quote. Stay tuned to Fitz News for additional details related to this rapidly breaking story.
Rapidly breaking story, for sure. Why won't my photos show up? Oh, StreamYard. StreamYard's having issues with showing photos. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, so I'm going to show you some photos from yesterday, not video. All right, so here is the picture. It's my favorite. You got the DeLorean in it. Love that photo. It's another one with them bringing out stuff. They're wearing plastic gloves here. Some of them are, some of them aren't. These guys are all wearing plastic gloves. You can see latex over here, latex blue, latex. Get more stuff. Now this is the other side of the truck. We showed you the other side of the photo a little bit ago. Let me see here. Here's a picture at night. Big old truck. All right, now, what's up, JD? Thank you for hopping in. Also, I'm gonna we're gonna be having earrings coming out soon. There's gonna be some Micah earrings that we're gonna be giving away. Got all the photos together. I'll be posting the photos on the Facebook group, but I'm also going to make a photo to where I can send it to people because I'm going to start giving away some earrings for Justice for Micah. And we're still going to be giving away ducks. I got a lot of ducks to give away. Some of you, I saw Katrina said she got her duck. You guys should be getting them really here any moment. Whether it was yesterday, the day before, today, tomorrow. You guys should be getting your ducks in the mail. And I want to say special shout out to Christy CJ Taylor for her contribution to the community to be able to make that happen. So thank you. Susie is in line to be the next Nikki Kessinger. She did go into hiding, didn't she, Matt? She really did. She really did. Got your duck? Nice. Let me see. At Spidey's? No, actually, Sonia, we were working. We were doing work for Amber Burbilia at the time, and then I was actually like 45 minutes away. I was hearing the action early on in the morning. I was in the middle of actually doing some work, and then after I got a few more pictures, I decided to pack up everything, resituate the gear, and head over to the location just shortly after that. No, I don't think they took a Spidey suit. I do not. I do not. I do not. That's funny, though. What's up, Tara? Thank you so much for all your support, Tara. Shout out, Tara. Always a huge supporter of the community. Appreciate you so much, Tara. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I loved your little comment there, too, from the stream. I started to rewatch some of it because I apologize. It's hard for me to see the chat a lot when I'm out there on location, but I did see your comment, Tara, where you said, oh, I saw CJ was live and I had to go to the home team. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Because, you know, we are the little fish out here, so it is that way. Now, let me see. I'm going to go to another video here, too. Let me see. Now, this was at the church yesterday.
Out here at Solid Rock Church now. We'll go walk by the peach tree. A lot of stuff happening today.
What's up, Carol? Sure.
A lot of stuff happening today.
Appreciate you, Tara. What's up, June? Everybody, thank you for hopping in. Carol. Right? Right? Never in the same room.
Nothing back here.
So there's the peach tree. Now, I sat there for a minute, zoomed in on it. We don't need to watch the peach tree. I'm going to take you around the other side. Ooh, it's starting to get really dark as we kind of skip ahead. So here is the entrance that they had closed off.
I don't think he's going to be coming back tonight. He's probably
he did
kicking it somewhere. So you can see right here.
Thank you, Mary.
Caution tape.
That's it. It's just caution tape. They had that up in the morning as well. Trisha was there. Trisha ended up leaving through, you know how JP always leaves through the grass. Trisha left through that way because of this being blocked off or whatever. Didn't say crime scene. It didn't say police line, do not cross. All it says is caution. What's up, Delia? All it says is caution. I appreciate. Yeah, there's no drama and BS over here. It's just about facts and footage. That's what we're about. Even if it is calling out plastic figures in the hot dog steaks of this world, it's all justice. But that's it. That's what it looked like. After that, nothing much was going on. There was some weird stuff. You'll have to check out the live. It's kind of interesting. Also, if you were part of the as it got later at night, if you did any contributions yesterday, I time-stamped it in the live from yesterday. So if you were any part of the contributions, I'll put the link in here in chat. I put the timestamp in the comment section. 5 hours, 46 minutes, and 15 seconds is I want to make sure everybody that gave me because I wasn't going live last night. I told you I was going to do the contributions in the beginning of the intro for the live last night. And when it got to this point, it was getting close to the point where I wasn't going to be able to go live. Then we went to JP's and we were there even longer. And so that's why I went ahead and put the timestamp in the video. If you just go to this video, and then 5 hours, 46 minutes, 15 seconds, or you just go to the pinned comment in that video and you can watch me do the whole contribution call out. So it was kind of cool because I tried something different for that. I was actually doing like a split screen kind of thing. Here, let me show you guys. I was doing like a split screen kind of thing where I had let me get rid of this. Where I was going through the contributions and I wanted to give you guys like a camera of me saying it to you while you got the solid rock over there. So tried a little something different, and I just wanted to say thank you all. I really appreciate it. So I did contribution call you out. You just go to 5 hours, 46 minutes, and 15 seconds. It means everything. Little fish. Please hit the like though too if you haven't yet. It is the free way to help us out. But what a day! Like, are you guys still there, Lori, Steve?
Yeah, we're still here. We found another boat landing.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
This one is supposedly hooked to Winslow's land, maybe, possibly.
Allegedly.
Really?
Yes.
8.8 miles from the park. Right in Fair Bluff.
Yeah, and it's right. It's technically in Nichols, South Carolina, but it's on a dirt road, and when you come off of the dirt, come back off of the. Anyway, you have to drive through Fair Bluff to get to it.
Are you? So you're going right now?
No, we just
already
went.
Been.
Oh, you already been?
We went down there. Yeah, there is posted land. I took plenty of photos. There's a house down there that has a big fence that says Brown on it. Is the last name? I don't know what that means.
Huh.
But there's a mailbox. Up here. It doesn't have a name on the mailbox, but it has a big W on the mailbox.
A big W.
Mm-hmm.
No bullet casings hanging from trees or nothing, though, right?
No, none of that. But it it was some interesting things. Like I said, I took a lot of photos. I'll send them to you when we get back up here and get really good signal.
Okay.
But yeah, quite interesting. It's 8.8 miles from the park, and it's literally a dirt road. There's nothing on the road.
Nothing.
And I had heard allegations that the name of the little boat landing is supposed to be Causey's Landing. And I had heard, allegations that Causey's Landing butted up to Mr. Winslow's property. And I don't know, we found the landing, so I don't know if that's his property or not. But it's 8.8 miles from the park. In Fair Bluff.
Man.
Yep. Because we are literally right down from the Riverwalk in Fair Bluff right
now. Yeah, exactly.
So just 8 miles
from the park.
And CJ, I thought about something, and I told Lori on the way up here I wanted to run it by you. Last night, you got to talking with some of the neighbors out there, right?
Yeah.
You might go back and talk to them neighbors some more, man, because it was one of the neighbors. I think it was that Andy guy. He said in his 911 call that he had heard she had been killed in Charleston
the night before.
Before, and then he is the only person though that I've heard say any shit like that. And I'm just curious, where would he even get that idea from?
Well, this is because we kind of went over that a while back, and it definitely could be. Okay, it definitely could be. But this is where I can see somebody getting confused. Say your neighbor comes up to you, and you're doing whatever, you're raking the leaves or something. Neighbor comes up to you. Neighbor's always been a little weird, always been hot-tempered. You see weird shit going on all the time. You got underage children coming in and out, this and that, all the stuff that he was saying in the 911 call, right? A lot of crazy stuff. So if your neighbor comes up, you're raking the leaves, the neighbor comes up and is like, because you know how he talks. He probably talked really fast. He's nervous. He's trying to, just like when he made the announcement at the church, he kind of stumbled a few times because he was getting himself stuck when he was trying to make the announcement of her passing because of, the importance and level of it. And so I could see being a neighbor and somebody going, she did this and this and it's a little scattered, and you're just going, well, I'm trying to follow this, and but I was in Charleston all night and this and that and this and that, because he was supposedly supposed to be in Charleston the previous day. He mentions Charleston, and so to me, I was like, maybe it was just so much at once. He kind of thought, we heard yesterday in Charleston, that was part of his alibi. Maybe he, just because it was a whole bunch of stuff at once, kind of fumbled and mixed them around a little bit. Yeah, I thought it happened yesterday in Charleston, which really that was his alibi. But you never know, because when it comes to the blood pooling, who knows, right? But Charleston is a long drive.
It is a very damn long drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's like, 3 or 4 hours, something like that, from Lumber River State Park. 4 hours, maybe, something like that. But yeah, I thought maybe it was just a mix-up of part of an alibi and just a lot of stuff happening. But it definitely could be. I mean, who knows at this point? There's so many things that could be possible now. Especially.
I was thinking it would be a shorter distance from a plane for a plane to go.
Well, hopefully it's hard to get DNA out of any vehicle, so exactly. Who knows? you know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of, like, you're talking, even if it's the speck is, you know, some skin cells that just got stuck in between a crevice from the air being filtered and stuff, you know, that, like, the DNA, it's hard to get it out of vehicles. Contribution call out Tara for the $9.99 super chat. Got to send something in. Haven't for a little bit just because I love it here. Best channel, hands down. Thank you so much, Tara, for your support, not only in the community, in the comment section, other people's communities. It really means a lot, all the support that you give to us out here. What do you guys think, though? Like, what do you think it could have been when it comes to the interstate domestic violence that the FBI is doing? What do you think it could have been that got them to go inside the house when it comes to all of it? It couldn't have been the journals, or could it have?
Possibly. I was also thinking, I mean, this might be a far stretch, but that couple from North Carolina that was supposedly seen at Solid Rock the night he did the interview with Justin on TikTok. Maybe it's had something to do with that. I don't know, because that's across the state line as well.
Maybe it's a culmination of the three. You got 3 people's bodies found, all of them tied to the same place, maybe, and then all of them across state line too. Maybe that's why they figured, hey, we better snatch his ass up.
Well, he would have had to domestic violence, so he would have had to commit domestic violence on those individuals then across state lines.
True.
Or force, you know, the violence that he committed on those individuals would have led them to do what is reported with the gobbles, where he unalived her and then self-unalived himself. With only that 911 call and a sighting, I would imagine there'd have to be a hell of a lot more information for them to do that. But I also think that their names would have been involved. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Was there a raid search that went on at the Gobbles property too? If there was, then I could definitely see how that might be tied in. But if they didn't do any kind of raid or any kind of search when it comes to theirs, I just mean as in Micah. Without all the other characters.
I go back to what you said too, CJ, about the flash drive. Maybe she was making flash drives talking about the abuse, and sending them in, or like you said, giving them to a friend to kind of hold on to, just in case something like this were to happen. That way that they would have an electronic trail, and they could start, you know, with maybe a paper trail as well. Follow up with a paper trail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it was the
maybe between the flash drives and maybe the journals, there's no telling what's written in them, and just off allegations of stuff people have heard or has been suspected, the abuse he put her through and the shit he was making her do. Maybe that was enough to.
Well, remember when the family had came out, because there was a lot of, you know, JP was putting out a lot of videos on TikTok. It was when True Crime Re was, you know, the 8, 9, 10 videos or whatever that he put out. That was the same period of time where the family released the documents, you know, that they had to put in court, but they didn't release all of them. And it was hard for me because when we were reading the Micah's Law, the documents, we did a video on it in the video section. It was a few months ago. But when we were reading the documents, it got to the point where you're already like reading the stuff that they're saying took place, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so it hurt you in your heart, you know, it made you like, it hit you in your soul, you know, and when you got to the end of that part in the court documents and it said, out of respect for the victim, we're not going to, although the abuse and these things mentioned, it goes way beyond that, and out of respect for the victim, we don't want to put this stuff out there, which was probably some outlandish, crazy, you know, crazy stuff that, and it was already sick what we were reading already, and the stuff that the family's like, look, we don't even want this out to the public because of how disgusting it is, because, you know, that right there, it had to be like I said, like she was getting stuff ready. She had to have enough. He was trying to get what he could get to have the divorce be final and him get spousal support. The only way he's going to get spousal support in South Carolina is if she proved if he proved that she did all four of those things in South Carolina for him to get the awarded divorce right away, which then he would get spousal support. Okay, so to me, it's almost like she was saving the flash drive not for the FBI, but for some of it, probably the financial stuff. But I think when it comes to a lot of the stuff that we're talking about with what the raid was taking place for, that right there, I feel like that stuff was meant for South Carolina divorce courts. So she could show, no, he's not getting spousal support. No, I wasn't doing these things. In fact, he was the one that was doing them to me. And she had way more evidence than he ever could provide to show that was taking place. And I believe they were, the reason I think it even took a little longer is because, you know, like if you're investigating financials and you get stuff that has to deal with domestic stuff, it's probably getting sent, which it is, to another department, and they'll probably get to it at a later date because that's not their initial investigation. Their initial investigation isn't the domestic stuff. So that's probably why there was a delay in all of it taking place as well, because there couldn't have been that much domestic stuff for them to take that long to do this. To me, it seems like they transferred it to another department. It wasn't part of the initial focal point of the investigation. Once it got traction in the other department, that's when they were like, yo, this isn't cool either. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pursue this part too. I really feel like she was trying to, because it was coming up soon. The divorce papers, she wanted to get them signed. She wanted this divorce done ASAP. I bet you she had so much stuff just to show that he wasn't allowed to get spousal support. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was going to try and get it from him, because he really did screw her over with all of the financial stuff in the first place. She lost money because of him, and she deserved to get paid back when it comes to everything that she gave up. So that's the only reason I could think of why it was the interstate domestic violence and why the raid took place. But you know what? They got their feet in the door. That's all they needed to do, because basically when you're going in for this and then you're, digging through it and all of a sudden it opens up this, oh, guess what? Hey, you just need to get your foot in the door, and then you can clean up all the dust piles that are laying there. But it was a damn good day yesterday. Very surreal. Very surreal. And the right thing is going to be happening soon. Because now that he got raided, it ain't going to take much. It ain't going to take much. It might for the financial. Just like I told you guys, sometimes these financial investigations take 1, 2, 5 years. Sometimes they take that long. But when it comes to the criminal, who knows? Maybe it's a move where they're going to do something criminal, get him locked up, pinned down. Now you need to fess up to the financials, man. It could be a move that the FBI is doing too, to get him backed into a corner, to then snitch on everybody else when it comes to the financial investigation, because he ain't the one at the top of the totem pole. It ain't him. There's more important people up above him that manipulate his moves, just as he does with other people. Contribution call out Beach Bell for the 5 gifted memberships. If you were gifted a membership from Beach Bell, please tell her thank you and give her some extra purple hearts in chat. Vivian Rogers gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much, Vivian, for all your support. And I always love seeing that hat. Thank you so much. And Beach Bell with another gifted membership. Thank you all for the gifted memberships. Those are the best way to support what we're doing out here. The best way. Not only a person that didn't have a membership has a membership and access to more features, and also you're supporting the show at the same time. So you're supporting 2 people with the gifted memberships. It's always the best. I appreciate it. And congratulations to everybody. Well, Lori, Stephen, I would like to, with all the stuff that you were discussing today, maybe if you guys might be familiar enough, would you be able to make up like a map or something? And maybe we could do a show coming up here in the future where we kind of go through your photos, your videos, look at a map of what you're discussing, and then maybe kind of hit up that stuff when I get back there in about a week and a half.
Most definitely, brother.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I'm thinking, because let me see, it'll either be at the beginning of the week or towards the weekend. So whichever works out, just let me know when you guys discuss or whatever. I'm going to be in Delphi. I'm leaving after the protest tomorrow. I'm going to be in Delphi. I got to go back to Indiana. I got to do home stuff because really, every time I come back, I got like 2 days of stuff I got to do because I'm not there ever. And then after that, then I go to Delphi the middle to end of the week. After that, for the weekend, I'm going to be in Hendersonville for Sebastian. And then after that, I venture my way back here about midweek or something the following week. So I'll be back out here. I would love to go out there and explore those paths too. A lot of the other stuff we talked about before as well. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do over there at Lumber River. Also, I would like to try out, I would like to see about that boat landing too. And then maybe, did you say there was another ramp? The other ramp that leads to 74 too, right?
Oh yeah, that first one that was at Boardman, that one there is right beside 74, and then this one here, and it's probably gonna be a good little damn ride up the river in a boat. But yeah, you could get to 74 from it.
What date? Let me see here. What date did we go to that boat ramp? And I can show everybody. What date was that? That was the 16th? No, the 12th.
Saturday.
The 12th, right?
I remember it was a Saturday. I don't remember the actual date, but I know it was a Saturday.
Oh, I'm trying to think. And that's the thing that sucks with my GoPro. It doesn't give me thumbnails. Let me see here. I think it's... No, that's not it. When was that?
12th or the 9th. It was either, I think, CJ, the 12th or the 19th, I believe.
Maybe it was the 19th. Let me check the 19th. Let's see. The 20th? No, that
Yes,
was
he was.
that was a protest. The 16th. No.
It's the 19th.
It was the 19th.
September? Or because I don't have the 19th for
October.
Yeah, I just got the 20th. Hold on. That's the protest, the 20th. So where did my footage go? Hold on. Where did I put the footage? Unless I maybe wrote the wrong date down. Let me see. 12/16. No.
DJ, I was wrong. It was the 12th, October 12th.
The 12th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, October 12th.
Okay. Let me see here. So let me see. I'm just going to pick a video. We'll see. No, that's not it. All right. I don't even know what I picked.
I think that's the one Prince the Man there.
Let's see. 39. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to go through all of them here. Not all of them, but 41.
All right, so I stepped out.
Okay, so it's after this.
We are at.
So that's where Johnny Jacobs got one of his lighters from. So it was after that. Give me 1 second. I just want to show you guys this, and then we'll go ahead and be done. We got the show tonight for Amber. Going through the dash cam there. Give me 1 second. No, that was after, wasn't it? We stopped at those places. We stopped at these places after we went. No, that was before, wasn't it? No, it was before. 42. Let me go to 45. I think
we went to.
Okay, 45.
We went to the little gas station first, then went to
Here it is.
Land, and then we hit Floyd's.
Yeah, it's right here. So 46. I bet it's 47. Or no, not. Yeah, 46. Let me go to 46. There we go.
So this is a boat landing, huh?
Yeah, there we are.
A boat ramp.
Thank you, Aggie. Appreciate you.
So the park is in that direction up that way then.
Yes, sir. So you can get from there to here and here to there by boat. I don't know how long it would take. But I mean, hell, if you got a good boat and you know the river.
Yeah, and we'll take you down to where you can move the bus into the back of the park to this access. This post is you can't go down the road, but it does go up to the back.
So that's that other boat ramp right there. So this is right off of Highway 17. Wait, no. 74. That's right off Highway 74. Literally, when we're driving up there, and I showed you guys that too. We're driving up. It's literally right off to the side of the highway. You don't see it but a lick for a half a second as you're driving by right here. And other than that, this whole boat ramp over here, and it just goes right straight to the spot. So it'd be interesting to see how long it would take to get over to that spot. If you guys want to see the HD versions, I'm just going to drop part 1 of 16 in chat, and then literally you can go to part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, yada yada, if you want to see the HD versions from yesterday. But literally straight down there will take you to the path where Micah was found, and literally it's just right off the side of the highway. Just a little, you don't even, it's even when you turn on the road to turn in to that, you don't, it's, you almost miss it as well. So not only the road to turn on to get onto there, but also the road that you take to turn off of to get onto this path. It's like, bam, it's so easy to miss. So easy to miss. Thank you all for the kind words about the footage. It's why I try and do all of it for you guys, because I want to try and bring you guys as close as I can, because I know that y'all wish that you could be there too. Let me see here. So I want to do some contribution call-outs here real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end the show. I want to say contribution to Sunset Gazing IMO. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Dang, gifted memberships again. Holy crap. Like, there's so many people that are going to just be able to like have access to so much more footage. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support to the community. Sunset Gazing with the 5 gifted memberships. Julie L, member for 1 month. Oh, I believe that 100%. He's just a small fish. I am just a small fish. I really am. You can see, like iPhone Glitch told you, I don't make much off YouTube because I ain't got them millions of views going. Sunset Gazing IMO, but we're not clickbait. We're not hate channels. So unfortunately that, it doesn't get a lot of traffic, but it is what it is. I don't want that kind of traffic. Sunset Gazing IMO, for a member for a month, paying it forward. Great coverage. Thank you so much. And yes, justice for Micah. Also, Kid Kitty with the 5 gifted memberships. Damn, y'all are. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I know everybody that's getting a membership on behalf of you is thanking you so much too. I'm sure we're going to see some people popping in here going, hey, I just got a notification that I got a membership gifted. Thank you. No, thank you all. Because without you, we wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff that we're doing. And isn't it kind of crazy? I'm just going to be honest with you all. You think about all these different cases. Stephen Smith, Idaho 4, this case, like it's kind of crazy how a lot of the stuff that we're out there doing when it comes to work, it does make a difference when it comes to the victims' families and the communities and them having truth and justice. You all are the fuel in my tank. Without your fuel, I wouldn't be able to go and go to any of these places. So really, it's because of you. So anytime you thank me, look in that mirror and thank yourself too, because really, it's because of you. We just make a great team. All right. So yeah, let's get together in the future. I want to, do me a favor, save the videos, save the photos. Let's save them for when we get together. We'll talk in the background. We'll figure out a date, whether the beginning of next week or in the weekend at some point. We can have a show, and I would like to really dig through all of that stuff, because really, like, you guys, shout out to Steven and Lori, drop a bunch of purple hearts in chat for them too. They are literally like going out of their way, taking time of their own time to go out there, do even more digging. There's a lot of digging. Like, there's conversations that us 3 have had, and these 2 right here are some great sleuthers, y'all. They do a lot of digging in the background. They're always coming up with great theories and thoughts and ideas, and I'm telling y'all, it's one of the reasons why I invite them on the panel, because I know what they're doing in the background, and they work so hard, and I really appreciate it, because it's all of us doing this together. And without you 2, we wouldn't be as strong as we are either. So really, thank you both for what you guys do. Appreciate you.
No, thank you, CJ.
Thank you, bro.
No, you guys are awesome. But yeah, let me know in the background. You guys, I don't have a noti out because I was a fool and I accidentally was in the Amber show and I hit live. So I have to redo that notification for tonight. But we will be back 7:30 Eastern. We're going to be having Jill Y from our YouTube chat, Jill Y, where she's going to be joining the show tonight. And we're going to be digging through, breaking down the dash cam for Amber Berbelia's case. That'll be tonight. So we'll see you back tonight. We got the protest in the morning, and then we have to take off to go back to Delphi and Hendersonville. And then after about a week and a couple days, we're coming right back out to Myrtle Beach because we have a lot more work to do and a lot of other cases that we're going to be bringing attention to coming up. Because when I say Myrtle Beach Mysteries, y'all, that's the new series that I'm doing. I'm telling you right now, just like you heard with conversations from the neighbors, there's a lot of this stuff that goes on, and we're here to try and help find answers for the victims' families and communities. So thank you all. Thank you, Steve and Lori. Please be safe. Appreciate you guys. And we will all see you in just a few short hours. Please be safe, you guys.
Thank you, brother. You too.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Beautiful people. Love y'all. Peaceful and positive afternoon. If I don't see you, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at the protest. And please stay safe. I love you guys.
Okay over there? Is your victim at the hospital? Someone shot there. Alright, do you see the pictures of the, is it domestic related? First time out.